Hey, how's it going, guys? It's the Llamaster here, and welcome back to another Rocket League video. And in this one, guys, we're going to be going over the most expensive and most rare items ever in Rocket League. That's right, guys. So some of these items are absolutely insane. Like one of them, only 4 of them exist, and you've probably never even heard of it, but it is currently going for 3,000 keys. That is right, guys. Now, before we get into it, I have a very cool announcement for you about one of my sponsors, Knockaround. They now are making custom gaming glasses. So if you didn't know in the past, Knockaround always had this shop where you could create your own sunglasses, but recently they added in these blue light blocking lenses. So if you didn't know, lenses like these, and they're the same ones in Gunner and stuff like that, they basically just help a ton with eye fatigue. So, you know, if you're doing those really long Rocket League sessions with your friends and your eyes just get tired, these help a ton with that. And plus, they look absolutely amazing because you got to design them yourselves. But anyways, I'll leave a link down below in the description for a $10 off discount, so be sure to go down there and check them out. But other than that, guys, enough time talking here, and let's get into it with the items. Alright, guys, so first off, I just want to say that Rocket League's trading system is amazing. Like, I believe it's one of the first games to ever have a crate opening system and then include an in-game trading system for not just PC users on Steam, but also Xbox One and PS4. And because of that, it's just created this amazing community of traders and also some scumbag scammers. But mostly, it's just a lot of amazing people that enjoy trading items and getting up to those rare ones. So with that being said, we've already had 4 crates, and with these crates have come a ton of items, with some of which just being so sought after and so rare that they've went up a ton in price. So we're going to be talking about a few of those today, and also talking about some items that you can't get in crates that are super rare and definitely like the prized possession of most collectors. But anyways, let's start off with the least expensive of these items, and then we'll end with that insane item that only 4 of which exist. So starting out here on the least expensive, which still means it costs a ton, these are the black zombas from the CC4 crate. Now these wheels go for a ton. So I'll tell you the price here, but keep in mind I'm generally looking at the Xbox prices, and usually on Xbox the prices are fairly higher than that of PC and PS4, and I think that mainly comes down to not having tradable keys on Xbox. So again, just keep in mind that the prices are generally going to be cheaper for these items on those other platforms. But anyways, with these black zombas, I've never seen them go lower than $70. Or to put that in terms of items, 2 heat waves and a couple of ads. That is a pretty crazy price. And what I find even weirder about this item is that they're black. We've never seen a painted black item go for so much in game. Usually it's the crimson ones that go for a butt ton, but this is the first time we've seen an item like this go for so much. Like, for example, there's black loopers out there, but nobody really wants them. They're usually on the least expensive side of exotic items, but for some reason instead people really like these zombas and they're on the higher end. Now I will say they're absolutely sick. They're not quite my favorite zombas. In fact, I got sky blue ones, which I think are freaking amazing. I mean, look at these things. They're so bright, you can see them from across the field, and they just look sick overall. And also, titanium white zombas are insanely clean. Like, those are another type of zomba that I would love to have, because they too are super bright, and you can tell what they are pretty much from wherever you are on the pitch. Now, black zombas, on the other hand, are a bit harder to tell. You definitely have to be really close up to see exactly what kind of wheels they are. So again, it's kind of weird that these ones are so popular. I'm not saying they're not cool. They definitely are very sick, but it is definitely a little odd. Moving on now to another exotic wheel, and these are actually ones that I've had, and you probably know where I'm going with this. These are Crimson Lightnings. Now, the price of this item, it is really weird. For some odd reason, Crimson Lightnings have gotten more expensive the more that have dropped. Like, this has to be a demand-based thing because they used to be super cheap, and now the longer the game's been out, they're actually going up in price. Now, honestly, I kind of like that because I happen to get mine at a very good price, but as of right now, I've seen the base ones go from anywhere from $70 to $110. Or again, in terms of items, that is like 3 heat waves plus. So definitely the most expensive crate item in game, but I'd say it kind of deserves it. It's super rare, and it's also one of the sickest looking wheels ever. Now, if you want to take this one step further, you can go for the certified striker Crimson Lightnings. Now these, and you might want to hold onto your chair here, these can go for 2 Crimson Lightnings themselves. Yeah, so double that original price I told you, and that is what striker Crimson Lightnings cost. That is insane. I don't think I will ever pay extra for certified items just because you're really the only one that can see it. But you know, maybe they'll add in a way to display it in the future or something. But until then, this is definitely one of the crazier trades out there. However, that is just for crate items. When you get into the alpha and beta items now, the prices just skyrocket. So I'm assuming most of you know, but I'll go into the details here of every single item and how much they cost, so you can get a clearer picture of what these items go for. But anyways, there are 4 items in the alpha/beta collection that mainly go together. The first of which is the beta nugget, which is an antenna that usually goes for around 50 to 70 keys. After that comes the alpha cap/hat, and this one can go from anywhere from 140 to 180 keys. And then, okay, we take a giant jump here to the alpha wheels. I believe they're called the goldstone wheels, which go for 500 to 700 keys. Yeah, and that's not even the most expensive item. We finally have the alpha boost, which I believe is called the goldrush boost, which goes for 550 to 700 keys. That is insane. So every one of these items, it's very clear to see why they are so sought after, just because they are so limited to those select people that played in the alpha and beta, that there's not a ton out there. So that's why the beta nugget is cheaper, because there's generally more players in the beta than in the alpha. And also just the alpha wheels, the alpha boost, and the topper are way more noticeable and definitely a ton cooler. Honestly, I wish there was some way to get these on Xbox, but Xbox was not in the beta or the alpha, so unfortunately we cannot get to them. But either way, they're definitely amazing items, and I wish I could get some. But anyways, after all of that, that is still not the most expensive and most rare item in the game. It is time to talk about the white hat. That is right, guys. Now, this is not a painted item. This is 100% legit and was made by Psyonix especially for a very small group of people. Now, of course, you're probably wondering how people get this item, and I will tell you the full story of it here, but first of all, it's basically given out to people that find a severe glitch or bug or exploit in the game's code that can have a severe effect either on ranks, money, or stuff like that. So that does not mean that you get this hat by finding a glitch in the map. You have to find something that is incredibly game-breaking. So for example, let's take a look at the very first person to get this hat and the person that this was made for, Patrick Cobra Mueller. So this guy, around April 3rd of 2016, so that's how long this item has been out, but he was messing around with TeamSpeak stuff and he was trying to find a way to get the ranks when all of a sudden he discovered a huge security issue. Now, of course, he didn't give any details of what this was. I think it had something to do with changing people's ranks, but again, he didn't tell us that much about it. But anyways, after he discovered this huge glitch, he got into contact with some people that work at Psyonix and they were able to fix this glitch. Now, Psyonix was so thankful that they wanted to give him a reward, but Patrick didn't want any money for it, so they came up with the idea to create this white hat topper. Now, the reason they made it a white hat is because the term white hat is actually used for a good guy hacker. Like on the other end of it, a bad hacker is called a black hat, so it's definitely a very, very clever idea for an item. Now, to go along with this, they also put his name in the credits, as you can see right here. So yeah, Psyonix is definitely an amazing company, and it's awesome that they were able to do this for him. However, Patrick is not the only one with this item. In fact, it's believed that there are 4 of these hats out there right now. Now, I'm not exactly sure who they are with. In fact, I think this Patrick guy might have ended up actually getting 2 because he discovered another exploit, but either way, these items are insanely rare. Now, to put it into perspective how exactly rare these items are, one of them just popped up for trade and it's going for 3,000 keys. That is $3,000 for a Rocket League item. Not just 100 for Crimson Lightnings, $3,000. You know, it's definitely a very cool item. The story behind it is awesome, but I don't think I would pay that much for it. I mean, you could buy a freaking real-life car for that. Not just an in-game DLC, a real car in real life. I mean, $3,000 is a lot of money, especially for an in-game item. And also, it's not really the most striking item out there. It is an original shaped hat and not just like another reskin version of a topper we already have. So that's really cool, but again, is it worth $3,000? Probably not. Maybe just for the sentimental value, but overall, I think I would definitely pass on that one. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to comment down below, what is your favorite item in the game? Is it the Crimson Lightnings, the Black Zombas, the Alpha items? And if you want, just comment whether or not you have these Alpha items, because I'd love to see just how rare they are and what you guys have managed to pick up. But anyways, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button for the best and most unique content on Rocket League. And also, it may or may not give you some insane luck in your next crate. Yeah, but other than that, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm the Llama Sir, and I will see you guys next time.